Man getting high till I fade out. If the vibe no pure on my way out. Hula balu, anytime we step out. The men them outside, we know they house. No they look for us, we know they house. So they see the mullah, we don't spray out. Thank God, said the maga don't pay out. Okay, oh, see, I'm ahead of them, I shoot at you. I'm a fucking baller, you got only me. No man fit talk shit to me. Me know me, you go collect, oh. See, I'm on a me, they lead, I shoot at you. I'm a fucking baller, you got only me. No man fit talk shit to me. Me know me, you go collect, oh. Cheers to my friends and click. When I call them, I all pulling up. We strapped up with the guns and the swords and things. Bring hell to anybody who try to test me. I'm your dad, I'm your uncle, I'm your popsy. I be old man, no go, they call me Gen Z. Brother C, steady giving them gap, multi love far. They can never near me. I smile lover, just go. My own boy, don't show. I'm on my polo white, my face show. Sweet boy for life, you don't know. You're serious, babe, they worry my phone. You done this up for back, you don't know. Every day we dey run, I'm on tour. Supposed to know how the thing go. Man getting high till I fade out. If the vibe no pure on my way out. Hula balu, anytime we step out. The men them outside, we know they house. No they look for us, we know they house. So they see the mullah, we don't spray out. Thank God, said the maga don't pay out. Okay, oh, see, I'm ahead of them, I shoot at you. I'm a fucking baller, you got only me. No man fit talk shit to me. Me know me, you go collect, oh. See, I'm on a me, they lead, I shoot at you. I'm a fucking baller, you got only me. No man fit talk shit to me. Me know me, you go collect, oh. I'm on a different steez. Singlet belt and ripped out jeans. Man too wise, I know if you lose that cheese. Oluwa under my body with blessings. When you leave that scene. When I say kukuruku cook that thing. Who they check a moya look that thing. Face white, yash black, I rebuke that thing. Make nobody try stress me, I know be JJC. I don't know if you get it on a top rating. Affiliate with the best team. You won't race me, we know they do the same thing. Can no be jet ski, I'ma you say waiting, no go easy me less. I'ma you go chop creping, I do it diligently. Won't let me, don't really burn me. Man getting high till I fade out. If the vibe no pure on my way out. Hula balu, anytime we step out. The men them outside, we know they house. No they look for us, we know they house. So they see the mullah, we don't spray out. Thank God, said the maga don't pay out. Okay, oh. Man getting high till I fade out. If the vibe no pure on my way out. Hula balu, anytime we step out. The men them outside, we know they house. No they look for us, we know they house. So they see the mullah, we don't spray out. Thank God, said the maga don't pay out. Okay, oh.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful evening to every one of us in this room. It's a weekly assembly once again. Can we confirm you can hear me with a thumbs up, please? Can I see thumbs up just to know that, yes, I'm audible enough? Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you very much. All right. Welcome once again to Weekly Assembly, where entrepreneurs across Africa and even in the world at large come together in one space to collaborate, to connect, and also to bring up an innovative idea. You know, you wouldn't even want to miss being in this space at all. All right. While we settle in, we just want to you would like to post it on your status to invite every other person and also to remind them that we are live. So while we settle in, we are still going to listen to a couple of music, to dance and feel relaxed and set the mood running. DJ Kit, the floor is yours.
Me with they clean on the house. Now me with they wash on the car. Now me with they cook no no. Now me with they wash on the cloth. Now me with they walk for your shop. Now me with they Now God that they put on my faith, food for my plate, fit no do me John. My baloso. Even as things no they go my way, even the days I no get nothing at all. My baloso. Now me wait they drive your bus, now me wait they drive your keke. My baloso. Now me where they run around, now me they do the job. My baloso.
All right, thank you very much, DJ Keys, for that beautiful music. And I was actually supporting someone as she was dancing, and that person is Titilayo. I love the fact that you were jiving so much to the music, to the left, to the right, and it was really inspiring me. And I felt like, okay, should I stand up right now and jive just like that? Thank you very much, amazing one from Titilayo. Okay, so we just proceed, and please do not forget, you can just share it on your social media platform that we are live. You wouldn't want your friends, your family to miss out from this amazing session. So kindly put it up on your social media platform that we are live, just to remind your loved ones that yes, the program has started again. All right, while we settle in again, I would like us to watch an important video. This video is just to give us a brief insight on how to attend Zoom meeting.
How to attend an online video meeting. Number 1, always stay in the center of the screen. Your face should be in the middle of the screen, not at the top or at the bottom of the screen. Number 2, your camera should always be at face level, maintaining a distance of 30 centimeters or an arm length from the screen. Number 3, your lighting should always be in front of you, not behind you. Number 4, always use the landscape option when using the video call option on your phone. Number 5, your background should be simplistic with plain decor. This keeps the attention of the audience focused on you. Number 6, always make sure there are no moving objects or people behind you while you're in an active meeting. Number 7, always keep your camera on. It is considered unprofessional and in most gatherings unacceptable to leave your camera turned off. Number 8, remember to switch off your mic or mute it when not actively participating in a conversation or dialogue. Number 9, always check to make sure your name and company name appear on the window tab. Number 10, always try to be still. Avoid making too many movements or fidgeting during a meeting. Number 11, eating food or having a snack during a video session is considered rude and indecent. However, having a glass of water, tea, or coffee is acceptable. Number 12, when speaking, also try to maintain a normal tone or pitch. Never shout or speak erratically. Number 13, be on time and ready. Make sure you have everything set up 10 minutes ahead of the appointed time. Number 14, always look smart. Dress appropriately, you never know who's watching. Number 15, always let the team know when you're done speaking by indicating I'm done or thank you. Number 16, do not exceed your time limit. Number 17, always have your pen and notepad ready so you can take down important points and highlights of the meeting. This is very important. Number 18, make sure all the necessary devices are functional and running, such as your mic, camera, speakers, and internet connection. Also check your device battery status to make sure they are fully charged. Number 19, always stay focused and attentive during the meeting. Avoid multitasking so you don't get yourself and others distracted. Number 20, most importantly, try to be yourself. Stay calm and smile. Thank you. This video was brought to you by Africa's Young Entrepreneurs, AYE, the largest entrepreneurship network in Africa.
All right, thank you very much for that beautiful video. You know, that video talks about professionalism. So it's just a brief insight on how we could attend Zoom meeting. And for those that are still laying in bed, you know, it wouldn't be professional if you're laying in bed on this during this program. So you might want to be in a comfortable space. Turn on your camera if you're in a comfortable space. I'm seeing a lot of people that have turned on. Oh, great, beautiful. Ken Flo Matt, thank you for turning on your camera. Titilayo, I love your smile. Thank you very much for turning on your camera. And I could see Mr. Sini. It's so good to have you this evening. Okay, Okafo, it's beautiful to have you. Thank you. Oh, beautiful. Oluyinka is turning on his camera too. Thank you very much for turning on your camera. You know, if you're in a safe space, please, we would like to see your beautiful face. You know, sorry about that. I'm excited. So I'm just trying to put my words together. And I could see my beautiful sister, Okoyemi. You look beautiful, my sister. Thank you so much for being here. Williams, I sight you. I can see you. Thank you for putting on your camera. All right, I would just like to quickly remind us, for those that are joining into the assembly, welcome once again. It's AYE Weekly Assembly, where Africans from across Africa and the world are gathered in one space. You can imagine the explosive ideas, innovation, networking, friendship, and collective success that we will achieve just by coming into one space. And that's why in AYE, we usually have a mantra, a slogan that says, if you can achieve this much alone, how much more can we achieve together? So once again, a big welcome to you all that are in the meeting today. All right, okay, I could see some people turning on the camera already. Yes, I know you would like me to mention your name, Ife Dollars. That name is really captivating. I just had to mention the name. Thank you very much for turning on your camera, and it's a pleasure to have you in the program today. Okay, right about now, I would like to invite my sister. I don't know if she's in the meeting already, a sister of mine. And funny part is, you know, this person shared the same name with me, and it's so amazing. She has a very beautiful face. Okay, so I don't know if Tosin, Oluwatosin is in the room. Okay. All right, I would. Okay, if Oluwatosin is not in the room, I would like to call on Opeyemi to take us through the creed. Opeyemi, the floor is yours. Thank you very much. Okay, I think Opeyemi is having a network glitch. So
Thank you very much.
Oh, beautiful. Go ahead, Opeyemi.
Thank you very, very much, moderator. Thank you for this great privilege to be able to, you know, take us on the members' creed. The creed means so much to me, and anytime there is an opportunity to take us on the members' creed, you know, I always feel really so excited. And now I'll be taking us on the creed. I really want us to pay attention to the creed because it's a confession and it's a prayer. So right now we are going to be taking the creed like this. If you are just joining us, you are just joining us for the first time in this community. Can I see your hands together? Can I see your hands together? All right, great. So I would like the moderator, Oluwatosin, to please follow me through this creed session, and few of the my African brothers and sisters, just kindly unmute yourself and follow us through the creed. And please let your mind be in the creed because it is a very great confession. All right. I am an African young entrepreneur.
I am an African young entrepreneur.
I believe in Africa.
I believe in Africa.
I am in love with Africa.
I am in love with Africa.
I am proud of Africa and I will prosper in Africa.
I am proud of Africa and I will prosper in Africa.
Yes, I am an African for a purpose.
I
And
am
for
an
that purpose
African.
do I live.
I am an African for a purpose, and for
I
that
believe in the
purpose do I
development
live.
of our great continent.
I believe in the development of our great continent.
I solemnly promise to uphold the visions and values and goals of Africa's Young Entrepreneurs Organization.
I solemnly promise to uphold the vision, values, and goals of Africa's Young Entrepreneurs Organization.
Okay. I promise to love and support my fellow Africans.
I promise to love and support my fellow Africans.
I promise to promote a united Africa everywhere I go.
I promise to love and support my fellow Africans. Oh, I promise to promote a united Africa everywhere I go.
Because I believe that.
Because I believe that.
If you can achieve this much alone,
how
much more can we achieve together? Thank you very much.
At night we name every star. We know where we are. We know who we are, who we are. Away, away. We set a course to find a brand new island everywhere we roll. Away, away. We keep our island in our mind. And when it's time to find home, we know the way.
Okay, I think Loretta, your mic is
okay. So sorry about that. Good evening, beautiful people. It's always lovely seeing our beautiful faces here on the assembly. And thank you very much, Okoyemi, for leading us through the Members' Creed. The last part of the Members' Creed, the last sentence of the Members' Creed says, if you can achieve this much alone, how much more can we achieve together? How much more can we achieve together as a community? How much more can we achieve together as business partner? Yes, it is the power of collaboration and network. And here in this community, that's one of the benefits we get for joining and also being part of this great community. I'm Loretta Najemba, and I'll quickly like to tell us a little bit more about us and what we do here. The Africa's Young Entrepreneur is the largest entrepreneurship network in Africa, with footprints across 20 African countries. Since the year 2012, the Africa's Young Entrepreneurs has identified, showcase, and empower budding and emerging entrepreneurs to either commence or scale up their businesses with the relevant resources such as business funding, executive masterclass in entrepreneurship development, mentorship, access to angel investor, and networking. Our vision is to develop, empower, and showcase African entrepreneurs for poverty eradication, job creation, and economic development. Our mission is to build platforms where African entrepreneurs can collaborate, network, trade, and be trained to become greater, better and able to favorably compete with the developed countries. For those of us just joining us or who are not active member yet, please visit www.ayeorganization.com to become an active member so that you can get all other benefits. The website has been dropped in the chat room right now. Copy it and visit the link immediately after this meeting. Ladies and gentlemen, all around the world, I welcome you to today's assembly.
Into the sun, there is more to see than can ever be seen, more to do than can ever be done. Ooh, there is far too much to take in here, more to find they can never be found, but the sun rolling high through the sapphire sky keeps great and small on the endless round. It's the circle of God, and it moves us all through this miracle.
Oh, yes, it's the circle of all, and this circle of life connects us as Africa, and it also brings us back together, you know, and this circle also has found AYE organization and the community that pushes us to be better and also to stay connected. Guys, we wouldn't want to underestimate the power of, you know, gathering, coming together, and a lot of innovation, innovative ideas coming together, people connecting, networking. You wouldn't even want to underestimate this power of association. That's why our forefathers so much believe in gathering. And trust me, they don't even want to joke with the power of association. Please ensure that you do not miss this meeting, and please also make sure that you are positioned professionally. professionally. I had to lay so much emphasis on that because it is very important. All right, for those that are joining us also, this is AYE Weekly Assembly, where we get to connect, network, and also bring ideas together. And please, I would like to acknowledge those that are newcomers. I can see you. I've taken a moment to go through my screen and see the beautiful faces. I could see Excellence. Excellence is waving at me. Excellence being Kolakpo. Oh, sorry, I had to put Kolada. Okay, it's good to have you. Thank you very much. Benga Daniel, I can see you. Kenechuku, thank you very much for joining. And I could see one beautiful lady right here. Her name is Ya Ado. Thank you. That's a beautiful smile from you. Oh, yes, I got that beautiful smile from you. Thank you. Modupe, you can put down your hands for now. Then, that moment will come where you would like to raise your hand. So once again, welcome to Weekly Assembly. And for the newcomers, thank you very much for joining the assembly. All right. Right about now, we would like to go straight into the business of the day. And before we do that, I would like to, share the testimonials. The reason why I'm going to be reading how the testimonial is because we get to, give people chance to share their testimonials, their, what they've achieved during the course of the week. If they've actually gotten a kind of a big deal or they've been promoted, just to share their experience, their beautiful experience with us. We usually do that the first Saturday of the month, so that is why I'm going to be reading. So physical testimonials will be done next month. Please do not forget that if you would like to share some of your achievements during the course of the week. All right, so I would like to share the testimonials I have with me here. One moment. Okay, so I would like to share the testimonials with me here. So, okay, I got this from Kwame from Ghana. It says, hello, AYE. I cannot wait to join the next assembly because every single Saturday is Transformation Saturday. And it's a beautiful one for me. I'll keep the rest of the experience to later, Mr. President, AYE community. Thank you very much for this. This is from Kwame. So I'll quickly run to another testimonial here. This is from Kofi from Congo, and he says, good evening, my brothers and sisters. I am Kofi. Listening again to Oh God of Creation by Mr. President has really helped my mind to be more creative, and I see possibilities around, especially that phrase that says, if God can do it, I can do it because I am a God. Wow, this is amazing. I got that also from last week program, and it was really amazing. Thank you very much for sharing that. And if you would like to share your testimonials, you can also send it to our email, which is testimonials@ayeorganization.com. So feel free to drop your testimonials on the email, and we will surely read out your email. And don't forget, the physical testimonial is for the first Saturday of the month. Okay, so I'm just going to be talking about the reason why we are gathered today. Today is an amazing time, If you know that today is an amazing time, you would even want to use the reaction button right now. Today is an amazing time. If you agree with me, I want to have a thumbs up. If you agree with me that today is going to be an amazing time, I need, oh, beautiful. I can see Tori, I can see Titilayo, I can see Samuel Oji, I can see Williams. Thank you very much. Christopher, thank you so much. Aji Fowoshe, Tami Tokwe, thank you very much for joining. Thank you so much. So it's going to be an amazing time because we have an amazing person, an amazing guest, an amazing mentor, an amazing, super duper person. You know, I think I need to, if it's possible, I would have stood up to give this person a standing ovation right now, because he's an amazing person. And, you know, he's going to be taking us through a well impactful section. Okay, please give me 1 second. I think I got a mail, so I would like to check that. Okay, so the link has been set to the chat box for those that are requesting. I just got a message from someone that says he would like to get the link for the testimonials. Okay, so it has been sent to the chat box. Kindly pick that up, and you know, you can send your testimonials to that. So I was saying something before I got a bit carried away, and you know, last month we were taking through the funding opportunities for African entrepreneurs, and this amazing personality, as he was able to open our eyes to some of the possibilities of how we can actually fund our businesses, which I personally have not really been looking at that angle until I was part of this meeting, and it was really profound. You know, I would really love to share some to read out his profile, because Mr. Larry, I'm trying to see if he's here now. I just have to go through my camera to see Mr. Larry. Okay, I don't. Oh, yes, thank you very much, Mr. Larry. Yes, I can see you. Thank you very much. So I would like to read Mr. Larry. I would like to read Mr. Larry's portfolio a little bit, you know, just for you to get prepared to learn from the well of wisdom. Okay, Mr. Larry Mensah is popularly known as DLM, and is a seasoned setup builder and investor who currently leads First Founders, a fast rising tech focused venture studio with offices in Lagos, Nigeria, and New York, United States. Is on a mission to raise 1,000 Africa tech founder, leading some of the most profitable setup across the world by 2032. That is amazing. And he has worked with over 65 tech setup across the world, focused on the African market, where he helped develop their identity, and also spin-off strategies, and raise over $10 million US. I think I need to clap to that. We need to clap to that. Thank you very much. So I wouldn't even want to say too much, because trust me, Mr. Larry has a track record already. And please, with a beautiful AYE clap, I want to invite on the podium Mr. Larry. Mr. Larry, the mic is yours. Thank you very much for, you know, gracing this occasion.
Everyone at African Youth Entrepreneurs Assembly, do not stop to amaze me. You just continue to amaze me with the wonderful way you handle your stuff and all of that. And I must give it to you 100%. And to every member of this very, very beautiful assembly, thank you once again for having me come here. I remain very humble, and I'm happy to continue to want to add value and all of that. So without having to take much time, we have just 20 minutes to look into the session, and maybe also take a number of questions, because mostly I believe that this session is more about the Q&A for me to understand the unique experiences or situations that we have with regards to fundraising and how we can actually answer those questions. But then to move very quickly into that session, I would like to give honor to whom honor is due, the president, and of course, the CEO of this great organization. So, and to every team member, my greetings to you once again. So in the last session, we talked about funding types, and why it is important. I mean, the highlight of the last session was more focused on identifying the stage that you are in with your startup in order to know the type of investor to be talking to. That way, you are not wasting your time. And also, more particularly, for you to have a deeper understanding of what it is that you are doing. And just to summarize, I said that if you are at the idea stage of your startup, you should be either bootstrapping or talking to accelerators and venture studios who will focus on moving the idea to products. And when you are at the product stage, you should be also talking to either accelerators, and there are three categories under the product stage. We have the part where you are doing customer acquisition, we have the part where you're doing revenue, and we also have the part where you are trying to scale, the product to the next phase, which is oftentimes at the point where you have attained product market fit. If you are at customer acquisition with your product, there is a type of investor that you should be talking to. And when you are at revenue, there is a type of investor that you should be talking to. And of course, when you get to product market fit, there is a type of investor that you should be talking to. And when you move out of that stage to seed stage, where you begin to seek for seed investment, there are certain criteria that also play out there. Same for pre-series A and series A and on and on. But what is important for you to know the stage that you are in with your startup, so as to be able to match that energy, that status with the type of investor that is willing to listen to you and will be eager to invest in you. Because if you do not match the investor with where you are, then it's going to be a futile effort, most especially if you're even ignorant about it. Then you'll continue to make that effort repeatedly without having to get, good results for it, which is why you see a lot of people fundraise for 1 year and they don't get anything. They become very frustrated and even begin to name investors all types of names. But then, so if you have participated in that session, I think that's just simply a summary of that. Today, I'd like to just buttress again on what it is that investors are looking at and what are the requirements, as well as what you need to have on standby before you start talking to investors. And because investors are in the business of multiplying money, multiplying capital, they are very critical about the startup meeting a certain metric and for them to be able to release that capital to you. And there are several metrics, but then there are 5 outstanding components that lead to those metrics that as a founder or as an entrepreneur, you need to have that at the back of your mind, or you should have that top of mind so as to be able to answer those questions either subconsciously or intentionally while you are making your presentation to these investors. And that takes us to the scorecard that the investors will be scoring you against. Now, you must note that in my last session, I mentioned that when you have a startup, there are 2 things that you can do with your startup. First, your startup has a building phase and also a scaling phase. Now, the building phase, what you are selling is the vision. The scaling phase, what you are selling is the numbers, the revenue. If you sell the numbers at the building phase, you might not be able to capture the investor the way you want, because at that point, they will start to think about the numbers and how that numbers can translate into something very magnanimous. But if you sell to them the vision of what you are doing, you take them a storytelling experience that takes them on what you really want to achieve, what problem you are solving, how magnanimous that problem is, and the solution that you have created that solves that magnanimous problem, not in a swap, but in a consistent and progressive manner that allow you to grow over a period of time. Now, they will now sort of glue to you, more particularly if that problem that you are solving is a very peculiar problem with the target that you are reaching, and you are able to showcase the vision that you have to be able to solve that problem, then they will be willing to invest in you. Again, they are either investing in the numbers or in the vision. But from the beginning, at the building stage, when you are in your idea stage, product stage, and all of that, product market fit, what you are selling is vision. Honestly, you understand? So you tie the component of everything you are doing into that vision so that they can go the journey with you. And that is how they will score you. You understand? So that scorecard helps investors to make more informed investment decisions by providing a systematic way to compare different opportunities. Now, different opportunity means that they are talking to you and they are talking to different other people who are in the same thing that you are doing. So they will begin to compare. Oh, this person is doing logistics. We've spoken to 10 people doing logistics, but this person is doing regular logistics without a strong vision and passion. No great. So the problem they are solving. This other person comes with a very strong passion and has a unique way to deliver this product, these value propositions. And you could see how this value proposition evolves. You could see where they are going. And that's what makes it interesting. So you see the difference between these two. One is selling the vision, one is selling the product. You must understand, you can have two fantastic ideas, but if you go trying to sell the product, then trust me, you're probably going to experience a glitch. But if you go selling the product with the idea of a vision, then you are able to capture the investor, more easily. There's a 5T framework that sort of helps with that. Those 5T framework, number one is called technology. Technology can also be referred to as the product or the solution that you're trying to solve. So we say, oh, what is the technology of this person? How have they been able to build that product? Or what is the innovation of that product? What is the potential for scalability and sustainability of what you are building? Oftentimes, we are building products that cannot scale. Let me give you an example. When COVID happened in 2020, a number of things popped up that sold like wildfire. But ask yourself, 3 years after, are those things still selling today? They are not selling as they sold in the first place. Now, imagine an investor who invests in that. No matter how you try to scale that product at this point in time, you won't be able to scale that product. So it's important to consider the problem I am solving. Is it a temporary problem or a long-term problem? Is it a lifestyle problem? Is it a problem that is an everyday occurrence in the lives of the people? More importantly, you should be asking yourself, this product that I have, is it a repeatable product? Is it a product that people can use repeatedly? And what will be the justification to the repeat use or the repeated use of that product or the technology in itself? Now, the investor will mark you at this point. Oftentimes, these 5 T's are scored at 20-20. So imagine technology 1, you have 20 and you are scoring 5. That means you have to struggle for 8 for the other 4. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to be able to build a very strong product at this point. Now, building a strong product does not mean that you have built the product, because you may not have built the product to be perfect, but you must be able to show them what you want to build, even if you have started very small. When you show them that journey, and which is why I said, from the beginning, what you should focus more on is selling the vision. You are either selling the vision or the numbers. You only sell the numbers when you have attained product market fit and started scaling, and there is a consistent repeat use of your product. More particularly, I often mark it up and say, when you start generating $50,000 on a monthly basis from your business, that is where you can start talking about numbers. But if you are generating anything less than that, sell more of the vision. When you're selling the vision, sell the vision, not just the holistic vision. As you are on technology, when you are talking about the technology product, sell it to them in a way that says, oh, we have developed this product, which is the MVP. In our post-MVP, this is what we want to achieve. After post-MVP, at product market fit, this is how the product will look like. In the next 4 years, we intend that this product will become this for the users, and we even look at segmenting the market into 4 categories so that we can have multiple products serving multiple segments of the market opportunity. Then the investor will know that, oh, this person knows exactly what he's trying to do. You understand what I'm saying? And let me give you an example. Flutterwave did that. When Flutterwave came out, they came out as Flutterwave. And as they began to hit product market, they came out with Bata. Rave. They came out with one other product and all of that. Those were opportunity areas that they were showing to investors, saying that, see, we are going to delve into XYZ. At some point, they began to do acquisitions. It's all part of the journey. You understand? It's all part of the journey. And the investors were excited to continue to put more money because they were at that particular point in time interested in the journey, in the development of that product, because the founder showed it to them. You understand what I'm saying? So let's go to number 2. Now, after technology, they are going to consider you, your team. You know, can we move to slide 2? Can you hear me, please? Okay, so slide 2 is team.
Yes, sir.
So you cannot be a founder without expressing to your investor that you have what it takes to build the company, evolve with the product, and help them to 10x their capital. It's very important. And the only place they can find out if you can achieve that is through your team. They want to be able to see that you have a team that has got the experience, the skills, the track record, and the ability to work together effectively to deliver that. So now, for example, some founders, when they're making presentations to investors, they just show the team slide and said, Kola is the founder, Tunde is the chief operations officer, Temitokpe is the chief marketing officer. Why would you even do that? When I said, as a founder, I'm driven by a very powerful vision to make this become a possibility. I have skills in XYZ. I was educated, I'm schooled in XYZ. While I was in school, one of the things I did was to develop an entrepreneurial product that helped students to do XYZ. And that was the beginning of my passion for entrepreneurship. In fact, I also served as a community leader in AYE. While I was there, I developed frameworks that allow members to join the community very easily. With this, I'm able to help to develop pipelines for customer acquisition, which will be part of the support structure of what we are trying to build. Now, when you show that, and they say, oh, Temitokpe is the chief operations officer. I met Temitokpe when we were in year 5. When we shared a common feat in trying to build this. And our vision became common at some point, and we just saw the need for us to begin to work together. When he joined the company, he was able to do this, but prior to joining the company, he did XYZ. He's a passionate person driven by this vision, and I saw where we were able to have the melting point in what we're trying to build. He shared the vision of this company. You must use the opportunity to sell your people, because the idea is that the fact that you have a fantastic product, what is investors don't invest in the product from the beginning, they invest in the vision and the founders, the team. So you must use the team as an opportunity to sell. You must, when you're making, you must sell your team, sell their skills, sell their experience, sell something unique they've done, sell their track record, show to them that you guys are working together, show where you have all worked together to show that there has been flow, there's chemistry, there's a free flow of deliverables and all of things that you share very strongly in the vision. So the next will be your total addressable market. Your total addressable market includes, a number of things like the founders and key employees of the startup. Investors will evaluate your experience. No, I think it's a mistake. The total addressable market sort of focuses on the size of the market, because if you do not show the investor the total addressable market, they won't be able to find the opportunity to scale, and that will bring your investment, what you are asking for, to question. So your total addressable market shows the total size of the market, and you have to give them actual figure, because if you don't, they will do their research and find out that you are telling lies. You must give them a figure and show them the serviceable market and say, see, we have 45 million people buying fuel every day from Ikota. Now, from that 45 million people buying insurance in Ikota, I am in one small space called Mushin, and in that Mushin, we have about 4.5 million people buying fuel there. Our goal is to obtain 1 million of that market, because we are actually at an advantage as we are selling fuel at this level and XYZ. So you can see, they could see that, okay, if you are starting from 1 million, you can actually even compete with those who are in the same space with you, and now move on to the bigger market, which is the total addressable market. The total addressable market helps them to understand your scalability potential. You must be able. So when you are talking, making presentation in your deck, you must talk about this market size in such a way that it presents to the investor an opportunity, yes, for now and an opportunity for the future. That way, they begin to believe that, come, this person has got an understanding of the market, the needs of that market, and how they want to conquer that market, starting from customer 1 up until customer 10 and all of that. Can we move to 4? The 4 is tranches of interaction. Now, either tranches or traction, that's number 4. Yeah, tranches. So investors also want to know what you have contributed. What are your achievements? You understand? Take for example, what are your funding needs? What have you achieved? What have you contributed to your business? Never go to an investor saying you have not done anything for your business. It is a dangerous thing. They will not talk, but they will not give you money. Don't go to an investor acting that, oh, it's a very beautiful store, we've done extra. Tell them that so far so good. I have been able to invest from my savings $10,000 in this business. My friends were able to help me with $20,000. That helped us to, enter to build the product, the technology of the product, and also hire the other team that has been supporting the development of this product. And also we'll be talking to, if you have been talking to investors, or if you have got an investor, or we got our first angel investor who gave us 20, give them a journey of commitment. Tell them a story that you have been committed, friends have been committed, you have early investors have been committed to the business and what you have achieved. And also show to them that you have been able to achieve a number of things, maybe sign partnership, have a wait list, have the product ready, or whatever it is that you have achieved within those, that you have committed, that you have given to that product to become a success at that point. You must be able to show to investors that you've made that effort, because nobody wants to take risk on anyone who hasn't taken risk on themselves. The last T will be traction. So investors want to know what you have achieved. What is the progress that you've made so far in terms of customer acquisition, revenue generation, and other key metrics. If you remember, I was telling you that when you get to product, there are three elements that your product sits upon. The moment you have product, the first thing you start thinking about is, after testing, the first thing you think about is customer acquisition. You must show to investor that you have acquired customer. Now, the second thing you are thinking about is that this customer that you have acquired, they've helped you to generate revenue. You understand? The third is that this revenue that you have generated, it has been repeated. That is why we have something called monthly recurring revenue. So you can say customer acquisition revenue and MRR. Your revenue can be, oh, people buy your stuff, but they don't come back. But MRR is that people buy your stuff, they love it, and they keep coming back. Or people bought your stuff, and with the feedback that they gave you, you use that to improve the product. And now that has now created like a monthly recurring revenue. I must be honest with you, investors invest more in monthly recurring revenue. But if you're able to tell a good story, even if you had customer acquisition, they will give you money, because they can see that you understand these cardinal factors that, oh, this is what we want to do for customer acquisition, this is what we want to do for revenue, and this is what we will be doing at monthly recurring revenue. It shows the investor that you are knowledgeable, you understand what you are doing, and all of that. You don't just build product and just say, oh, we want to get customer, all of that. Show them the 3 categories so that they know that you understand the journey, and you know how you want to go about it, and what you're going to do. So all of these are important. You must also show, as part of your traction, the kind of partners that you have signed, who are you are working, who are the stakeholders involved, whatever achievements that are within the structure of your growth, you must level all of them on the table for them to be able to see it, more particularly for them to be able to see the potential for future growth and scalability. Can we move on to the next slide? Now, this is the part where, so this is the part where you move on to the next slide. I think I've spoken about this. So oftentimes investors, you need certain elements for you to be able to go to investors. When we talk about being investor ready, a lot of people miss out on this. They build product, they are not investor ready, and then they just go all out and think, hey, I can do whatever it is that I can do. But then as a founder, you need to have 4 important elements ready before you even go out. It's important to be really, really ready. And you have to be ready from a product point. You have to be ready from a presentation point. and you must be ready from a material point. From the product point, I've explained. From the presentation point, you must practice your deck. You must practice, understand the vision. You must learn how to articulate all of this. And then from a material point, you must have your pitch deck. If your pitch deck is basically a visual presentation that outlines the key elements of your business, including your product or service, market opportunity, and all of that. But basically, it's a small document that highlights the problem you are solving, the solution, the market opportunity, your team, your strategy, how much you are going to make, how much you need, and what you need it for, and your contacts mainly. You understand? So you need to be able to have that pitch deck on one side. It should not be more than, say, 10 to 14 pages at most. You know, sometimes some people do more than that, but the best pitch decks are pitch decks that are captured in within less than 15 slides. With that, you're able to keep your time really very short. You're also able to keep it short and simple. You're also able to convince investors very quickly. The next thing you need, oftentimes a lot of founders don't develop business plan, but I say smart founders, we have their pitch deck and develop a business plan on standby. Your business plan is a comprehensive and detailed document that outlines everything about your company, strategy, operations, how you're going to make money, your 3-year plan, and all of that. You get it? And then also we have you have your financial model. It's important for you to have your financial model, which is a spreadsheet that outlines your company's projected financial performance, and most importantly, also highlight how you are going to make revenue, what you are going to spend, your profit cash flow over a period of, say, 3 to 5 years. Then you need to also have data room. Oftentimes, a lot of founders don't have data room. Now, data room is a place where investors can do due diligence on and also find more information about you. But then you can't particularly do this by yourself. I can send you some information and also refer you to a legal firm that helps people with data room and all of that. I'm sure that they can even try to sponsor a number of things in partnership with, AYE for members. But then your data room is an important space where you keep most of your important documents. Imagine you meet an investor and investor says, do you have your deck? You say, yes. You have your data, you have your financial model, yes. You say, you have your business plan, yes. And I say, oh, sorry, we also have our data room ready. They'll be like, wow, this person is super ready for investment. And then they can I have access to your data room? And then they check all of your data room and they say that everything is in order, from your legal entity representation to the CVs that people submitted to you, to the invoices that you have issued, to documentation, partnership agreement, your founders agreement, your financials, your deck, your everything. They could find it there. And then even your achievement pictures, your press, they could find all of these things in your data room. They're going to be like, this person is intentional and knows what exactly he or she is doing. And as such, I think we can trust this person to invest in them. Can we move on to the next way? Importance of aligning fundraising with business goals and value. 1, it ensures that funds are raised for the right reasons. 2, it attracts the right investors. 3, it helps the company to stay true to its vision and mission as it grows. It helps the company to build a sustainable business and differentiate itself from competitors. It's important to align your fundraising goals with your business goals. And the reason for that is because you need to know where you are. What state are we as a company, as a business? And this state that we are in, who should we be talking to? If you are in idea state, you should know who you should be talking to. You should be talking to accelerators, angel investors. You should be bootstrapping. If you are a product state, you should be talking to angel investors and micro VCs. You must know who you're talking to. And you can't talk to every person. You must also do what we call investor matching to know if the investors you are talking to, if have interest in your particular sector. All investors are not interested in all sectors. Some investors are interested in different sectors, fintech, some are interested in energy, some are interested in logistics. You must know which one. Imagine you are doing logistics, you are talking to somebody in fintech. They are not going to listen to you. In fact, when they even listen to you, they can even take your idea and give it to somebody else to run, because they'll be like, okay, it's like you have not done your research. So you must do your research to be able to align your fundraising goals with your business goals and your value. Also, not all investors are investors that you should take. There are some investors that do not share in your vision. They will come into your business, give you money, but at the end of the day, they will frustrate you. And then at the end of the day, it becomes like a waste of time and a waste of vision, So you must put all those things into perspective. And I believe very strongly that if you are able to put this at the back of your mind, at least you will be able to meet up with the cutoff mark or cut-off process for getting investors. I'll be happy to answer any question. And if I have not touched on anything, feel free to ask me any question. I have very robust experience in this space and I can give you valid answers. Thank you very much.
Wow, wow, wow. Amazing, amazing. Thank you very much, Mr. Larry, for that beautiful, beautiful, precise teaching. You know, it has been an amazing time right from the beginning. And even before okay. Even before the meeting assembly started, I had already positioned myself because I said, yes, today I'm going to be getting impact on how I can fund my business and how I can position myself. And I said, yes, this time is going to be an amazing time. And truthfully, it came out beautiful and precise, straight. You were just eating the nail on the head. Okay, so I wouldn't even like to take the whole shine right now, and I wouldn't like to be the only one that would give a feedback. So, you know, I'm going to go straight to the people. If this has inspired you, or you have a question, a feedback, this is the time to, you know, signify by using the reaction button. And Mr. Larry is going to be, you know, answering the questions. I could see King Dollar, you might want to turn on your camera. It is very important so that we'll see the face we'll have the face to the person asking the question. So I will quickly go to Amakwa. I don't know if I got that pronunciation correctly. Amakwa William. Okay, let me just call you William so that I will not bother your name. Apologies for that. So William, you've been asked to unmute your mic. You've got just few seconds, like 30 seconds, to give us your feedback or your question. Okay, you haven't unmuted your mic. You need to unmute your mic.
Yeah, I will unmute myself now. Yeah.
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, I would like to ask Mr. Larry. Last month, I was the one. My name is William Amankwa, the founder of Our Roofing from Ghana. I submitted my business plan to him. He wanted to do a review. So I want to ask him the feedback about my business plan. Oh, network. Yeah.
I think I heard you. I heard you.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard. Okay, I think I sent your business plan to my team, but I know they must have sent me an email. I've not looked into it, to be honest. But once I am done with this, let's have a call and then we can review together.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Thank you, Mr. William, for that. Okay. All right. So thank you also, Mr. Larry, for that that section. So I would like to go straight to King Dollar. Oh, King Dollar has put on his camera. Thank you. All right, you've been given 30 seconds to ask your question or give your feedback. The mic is yours, King Dollar.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is King Dollar. Please, my own question goes like this. I'm actually a small scale entrepreneur, and I'm looking forward to securing a soft loan or maybe grant. So please, is there any company or cooperative that you can direct me so I can be able to get a soft support for my business purpose? Thank you very much.
Amazing.
So if I'm going to answer that, so if you need a loan, yeah, of course, for loan, you can only get loan in the area, in the location, in the jurisdiction that you operate in. So it depends on where you are. You can actually get loans for your business. But don't forget, there are criteria that you need to be able to get those loans. Are you generating revenue? Is your business registered? And then do you have the capacity to pay back? Because that is very important when it comes to taking loans. But for me, I would advise that you apply for grants like the Tony Elumelu Foundation grants. And then we have a number of grants. Currently, we have the Arms Lab Accelerator Program where they are giving some grants. I have a number of I know just you can go on Google and just type grants. I can guarantee you that you find. But what I will do is that I can also make some compilation through my team, and then I can send that to Okpeyemi and she can share.
Okay, thank you very much, sir, for that. I was going to clap to that, and yes, I did. Thank you very much, sir. So I'll quickly go to Tori. Tori, are you ready? You've been asked to unmute your mic to give your feedback or your question. Thank you. Can you unmute your mic, please?
Okay, hi. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I can hear you. We can hear you.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Sir DLM. I really appreciate your inputs this evening. It was really awesome. So I am currently in the ideation space of my product, an innovative product. So I wouldn't mind if you could shed a little more light on how to find accelerators, say for someone who is not a techie entrepreneur, but they're trying to delve into a tech space to cater for, something really innovative. Like, what accelerators can I partner with to help push my product to where I need it to go in the ideation space, just to be specific?
So if your startup is in the ideation stage and you are saying that you are transitioning from an existing business into tech, right?
Yes.
So what I advise that you do is that check Noscan accelerators. We have Y Combinator. We have AMS Lab Accelerator. We have Pitch to Go. I'll also get a number for you on that. I just think that, but Noscan is very big on ideation. We can invest up to $50,000 in your startup, at ideation, as long as you have a clear path to building the product and to revenue. They'll be able to help with that. But then also, Okpeyemi should reach out to me and make a compilation. I know we have the list because we have a very large database of all of these things. Can send to you. In fact, I have one I can send to Okpeyemi right now. One, I think I will check right now. I think it's on my WhatsApp. I can send that to her and then she will share with you specifically. So maybe you should reach out to AYE Okpeyemi and then she will be able to send that to you.
Okay, thank you, sir, for that. Thank you so much, sir. So I'll move quickly to Tego Faso. You've been asked to unmute your mic, please.
Good day, Mr. Dave. Good day, Mr. President. Good day, fellow African brothers and sisters. I am Tego Faso. I run a pharmaceutical cannabis company in South Africa, and right now, legally, I can grow 8 cannabis plants in my private property for personal consumption. And to enter the trading space, I need a license for cultivating and also a license for dispensing my cannabis. So my question is, how do you enter the pharmaceutical market from a point of ideation, being heavy capital, and how do you approach an investor for funding? Because I already have a prototype and I did my market research. So how does the approaching part look like for me? Thank you.
So if I hear you correctly, you say you are building your idea and how you want to approach investors for funding, right? I think that was what everything I thought was more in approaching investors for. You understand? So maybe the question you really want to ask is, which investors do you be approaching? Because everything I've thought is what you need to do, how you can position to attract or to approach investors. And what I think you need to do next is to have a database of investors that you are gonna, reach out to, and then you can match those who match with, or who connect, or who are interested in your particular sector, and that way you can start reaching out to them. But then also, I must also advise you that while cold emailing investor is good. It's not like it's bad, but the response rate might be 0, profit might be 1. You understand what I'm saying? So it's better to sort of find someone, or you begin to network. Where you find a lot of investors on LinkedIn. When you go to LinkedIn, be active on LinkedIn, start talking about what you do, talk about your startup, and begin to find investors that you'll be connected to and develop that relationship. Like their post, comment on their post. Don't ask them for money yet. Start, just continue to develop that connection with them. Sometimes send them valid, reasonable message. Don't bump them. Send them a message, wait for their reply. If they don't reply, wait for like 3 weeks. Send them a reminder. With that, they will begin to point you in the right direction, and you'll be able to find the investors that you need to. If you know you can't wait or do that, then you need to find a fundraising agent, yes, or a scout that has that relationship already that can help you to go and find those investors. But when they do that for you, there are some commitments. They might ask you to pay a deal flow fee, and also once they are done register, when they find investment for you, they will definitely take 5% from that investment. But the first question is, before you even do that, you need to be investor ready. You need to, for everything that I've explained earlier, you must have achieved those things and put yourself together. Do you understand? Before you can start approaching them, so that you don't go to them not ready. I don't know if you get my point.
Yes. And my follow-up question, a very short question, is that since I cannot sell my products legally, do you see that I give out my product for free and then keep that in my database and show to them? Yes.
What product do you sell? What is your product?
So I grow pharmaceutical cannabis, and I cannot grow it. I cannot sell it legally in South Africa without a license. So I can legally grow 8 trees in my private property, which I've done that, and I've been doing that for like 4 cycles now.
So if you need a license, I think the first thing you need to do is to find the cost of the license. When you get the cost of the license, begin to talk to friends and families first. That, oh, come, I need a license, and this is your potential in what I want to try to do. This is also the opportunity. This is what we can make out of it. Can you do the primary investment of that license? You understand? Because no investor will come and invest in licensing for you. Investors only invest in products that are ready to scale. They invest in the line of revenue generation. And the line of revenue generation is often between product and customers and markets. You understand what I'm saying? So they don't invest in what brought about the product. They are less interested in that. It is your own responsibility to put that together. But when they see that you have a product that is generating revenue and is connected to a large market, I mentioned the total addressable market, right? Then they are ready to stake their money in that space. You get? Because that is the motivation is in the revenue, the numbers, what you are generating. That's what's going to motivate the investor to want to put in funds and say, hey, come, there's an opportunity in this for this company to scale very big. Let me put in my money so that I can make money. Every investor puts in money not to lose it, but to make money. Do you understand? You have to be able to position yourself to answer those questions or to deliver on that promise.
Thank you very much, sir, for that beautiful answer. Thank you. So quickly, I will move to Christopher Obima. You can share your feedback or ask your question, please. You've been asked to unmute your mic. You haven't unmuted your mic. Great.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Ibitoye. It's been a pleasure here. I really enjoyed this class. Thank you, Mr. David Mensah. In your 5 major requirements, you mentioned the technology, the team, the total addressable market. Then you mentioned the traction and the trenches. Now, can you please throw more light on the trenches, please?
Okay,
thank you.
It's not so, it is trenches.
Trenches, okay, thank you.
Because if we start talking about trenches, then there will be problem with the investor. All right, so for the trenches, I said that it's your commitment. to the business? What have you committed? What is your primary investment in the business? You must be able to state that. You must also show what you have achieved in terms of partnership. Tranches is basically what have you put into the business in terms of cash, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of whatever it is. You understand? Take, for example, when I'm going to meet investor right now, I've invested $100,000 in my business. I've signed partnership with Dubai World Trade Center. I've signed partnership with Sparta in the US and all of that, the Bank of Africa. And when I go to an investor, I say, see, come. I've invested $100,000 in my business. I've signed 8 partnerships. I have 800 people in a community that will become my customers when I launch my bank. It shows to the investor that I have made a commitment to my business. We call that tranches. I don't know if you get my point.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Thank you very much.
It's having a network problem, but I'm sure you
All
must
right.
have
I think my network glitched for a couple of seconds. Thank you very much, Mr. Larry, for that. All right. So we need to quickly move faster. So we're just going to be attending to 3 other questions, please. Apologies for that because, time is money. So I'm just going to give James the opportunity to ask this question. You've been asked to unmute your mic, please, just in 30 seconds. Thank you very much. James, I think you are not. Can you confirm you can hear us? We can't hear you. So I will quickly move to Emmanuel. Emmanuel, kindly share your, kindly ask your question, please. Emmanuel, you've been asked to unmute your mic.
Yes, good evening. Thank you very much for the opportunity to be here. This is actually my first virtual meeting and I'm glad to be here. Thank you, DLM, for all you've said. I just have a question pertaining the how to get people to invest in your business. Yes, I'm, by God's grace, the partner and I are starting a business and we're at the phase where we need investment. So basically that's all you've said, but I have a question in regard to getting angel investors. Can you please just shed more light on that, in that regard?
I've just said that if you want to get investment, you must set up in the environment. And then there are in small cycles, like for example, in Lagos, we have what we call the Lagos Angels Network, which is a group of angels that come together and invest in startups. But like I said, if you go to LinkedIn, just type angel investor, you will see different people who are angel investors that you can start connecting with. And when you start connecting with them, you introduce yourself to them and tell them what you are doing. But then don't bump them. Build that relationship over a period of time. But most importantly, tell them that, ask them if they will be willing to get to see your progress with your business. Because when you begin to share your progress in your business to them, both from a product build perspective, from a revenue perspective, partnership perspective, and from internal operation perspective, they might begin to look at, oh, okay, let me see if I can invest some money in this business. You understand? So you have to go find them. You need to research and find where they are and connect with them and update them about what you're trying to do. And that way you'll be able to have access to whatever opportunity that they have.
Right. Thank you very much, sir, for that. So lastly, we're going to be taking Titi Layo. Titi Layo, in just 30 seconds, kindly share and ask your question.
Thank you. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, and thank you, Mr. Larry. I just needed a detailed explanation on the data room. You said it's a secure place online where you can store information. I just want a more explanation on it.
Okay, so good evening, madam. So first, your data room, like a place where you can store all of the information about your business to enable seamless. value. And I will send the information about it to Okpeyemi to send to you. But just to answer very quickly, everything you are doing in your business without documentation does not make your data room healthy. Imagine all the invoices you have for your business, you keep them in a particular place and investors can have access to it. You know what that will do for them? It will show to them that truly your business exists and you are actually doing business with investors, right? All the receipts you have given. Now, just imagine your CAC certificate and your CO2, where you have the ownership structure, all of that is in one place, they check it. If you tell them there are 2 founders and they go there, they see 2 founders and they see the documentation to prove that truthfully that exists. If you have a debt, business plan, financial model, all of that, they go there, they see it. All the partnership agreements you have signed, they go there, they see it. Your founders agreement, they go there, they see it. All the legal agreements you have signed with different people while you are doing business, they go there, they see it in a folder. It shows to them all your progress, your annual report, your paperwork, all of them. When they go there and they see those things, it makes due diligence easy for them. Number 2, it shows to them that you are an accountable entrepreneur that knows what you are doing. I will send information. I just hope that Okpeyemi will be able to remind me of all these things that I want to send so that I'll be able to send it via WhatsApp.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for this amazing section. You know, it has been a wonderful time coming. Thank you so much once again. And, you know, I learned a lot of things. I learned a lot of things today about funding my business and how I can scale up my business properly and also present it to the investors. That's so amazing. Thank you very much once again. It's a pleasure having you in our midst amongst entrepreneurs this evening, and we say thank you once again. God bless you, sir. All right, it has been an amazing moment right from the beginning of the program, and you know, I would have actually liked to wait a while, but we just have to go. It is what it is, and we need to be professional. You know, the time is money, like I said initially. All right, so during the course of the program, I saw someone very important, and you know, it would be so unprofessional of me not to acknowledge the presence of the founder of the organization, Mr. President. It's really good to have you, sir. Okay.
Good to see you and good to hear from you. And I also learned a lot, and amazing question thrown forth. Thanks to DLM and of course to everybody who participated in this. Like he said, there's going to be a lot of things that he's saying. So the operation head will make sure that all this content will be dropped in the Telegram channel, and all those resource materials and contact details will be dropped in the Telegram channel so that every one of us can connect to it and harness some of this information. Thanks to our speaker, and thank you to everyone for joining. Thank you, Tosin. You can go ahead.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, for giving us that short chat. You know, we always look forward to hearing from you so quickly. All right, so quickly we'll have to, you know, round up the program, and we just need to listen to the following announcements. Please stay tuned and don't be in a hurry to leave.
Thank you for joining us today. I am Okpeyemi Omoyele, and I will be taking you through the closing announcements. The Entrepreneurs Assembly holds every Saturday at 6 p.m. GMT+1, 8 p.m. CAT. Check your time zone so that you do not miss out. And also remember to set your reminder. We have interesting activities for each Saturdays of the month. Starting from the last Saturday of the month, we have the Entrepreneurs Virtual Market, where you get the chance to market your product and services, and an avenue to give your business the needed visibility to various entrepreneurs on our platforms and social media pages for possible customers, clients, and partners. Third Saturdays are for our fireside chats, where we get to connect with 5 wonderful African entrepreneurs across the continent doing exploits in their business. They share inspiring stories of their entrepreneurship journey, their challenges, and their success stories. Second Saturdays are days we have guest speakers comprising of international thought leaders, bringing their expertise and wealth of experience to the assembly, speaking across a variety of topics in various fields. And of course, the fourth Saturday is when we get to listen to our president and founder, Dr. Sumi Smart Francis, as he shares his wealth of knowledge on various topics, which are always inspiring and life-transforming moments. Trust me, you do not want to miss listening to him. Do well not to miss any of these Power-Packed Saturdays and always use the link to join www.ayaorganization.com/assembly, which has been dropped in the chat box for you. You can also share the link with your family and friends so that others can also enjoy what you are enjoying. Put it on your status and on your social media platforms. We all set of people who are volunteered to serve in different capacities to make the assembly a success. We call them assembly leaders, as we believe that anyone who works towards the good cause of Africa is deemed a leader. To become an assembly leader, kindly chat up the number currently dropped in the chat box or send a direct message to the host. We constantly support entrepreneurs across the continent. You can be part of those who support the work that we do by donating to the organization. The donation link is posted in the chat box. Follow at AOIE Organization and African Young Entrepreneurs on all social media platforms to keep abreast of happenings in the organization. Have you done that? If you haven't, remember to do so immediately after the assembly. Don't leave yet, as there will be a short time for music where we get to dance and share moments of fun and laughter as we connect in the chat room while having spotlight on different people. This will take 5 to 10 minutes and you don't want to miss out. And of course, I'm looking forward to chatting with you in the comment section. See you next week.
Amazing. Okay, serious apologies before you continue. I was going to say I would add to that announcement, and you also came up. So please be reminded that next week is going to be a fireside chat moment with the president. So I want to assume that's what Chief of Staff wanted to say. So I'm just going to yield the mic to you, Chief of Staff. The mic is yours. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's good to be here again. And of course, I am blown away. I am blown away. And I would explain why briefly. So normally one of the things I want to do is, of course, the creed. I always love that part. I always, sometimes I struggle to ensure that I'm the one that is taking it. But I want to say something very important. Now, I want to just walk us through what just happened today, and what happened last week and what happened last 2 weeks. So 2 weeks ago, we had our virtual market. Am I right? For those that were in our virtual market. So a virtual market is the place space where you have to, talk about your business, pitch it to investors and all of that. And beautifully, we had about 3 investors, about 2 of them connected with some of the businesses of some of our team members here. I can see like Segofaso, from South Africa, they connected with him. But one of the feedbacks that we also got is the fact that, they were not getting exactly what they want in terms of maybe documentation, and all of those things. And some of them also needed like the push, the motivation, and all of that. And I realized that last week we had that motivation, that push, and that inspiration, right? Now, this week, we had the training, which is even this has been done before, and based on popular demand, we had to take the class all over again. So now, this month, we'll still have another virtual market. People will be pitching their businesses to investors. And what you need to say, what they need to hear, you have heard it from an investor himself. And if you don't know, I was chatting with him over the weekend, and he said he was just leaving GuideTech's conference in Morocco, of course, as an investor. So he plays a very solid role. And I'm sure you would notice that from all of the things that you've heard him say. Some of all these things, like all this product market fit, all of those things, I paid a lot of money. I paid a lot of money. I don't even want to say how much it is. And it wasn't even just one class. You know, I had to take like multiple courses. I could take maybe a particular course this year, another course next year, just to make that happen. So it's like I'm coming to a community that I have literally everything I need. You need an investor, you can pitch at the virtual market. You need to understand what to give to an investor and how to even prepare that. You would learn from our guest speakers like David Larry Messer. You know, you want to be inspired. You want to understand what you're doing. You want to have that passion, have that grit and that resilience. We would hear from Mr. President every first Saturday. And of course, to understand experiences and share and connect with other entrepreneurs, especially those who are rooted in the industry, we have our fireside chat. I mean, what else do we need? What else do we need from a community? I mean, I can see Segofast is like, I don't know what else we need. You know, what else do we need from a community of entrepreneurs? If you tell me you're an entrepreneur and you need anything, this is giving you, AYE is giving you literally everything. And the last time I remember talking about the fact that some of us don't even give back, you know, we don't donate and, you know, all of those things. And yes, we still keep doing it. Regardless, come what may, bringing in people, bringing in investors, bringing in everything to make it happen for entrepreneurs in Africa. Just with that same vision of ensuring that we eradicate poverty, we create jobs, and we develop the economy. Please, can we celebrate Africa's young entrepreneurs? And of course, the leadership of Mr. President for this consistent and this encompassing, you know, community. Thank you so much. Personally, I am blessed. Like, I was so happy. I was hearing all these things and I was imagining what it costed me to actually get them. You know, I mean, I don't know what else to say, but that is not just what I have to do today. Of course, before I take the creed, I would like to also tell us what our next topic would be with Mr. President. And I always love that part. It is still encompassing. And I think I mentioned it the last time, but I'll say it this time. If you remember, please signify. And not team, no. I don't want people like Mrs. Ibitoye. Okay, good. You can see that there are some people that are following, when they say they are following back to back, you know, there are people like that. So yes, it is finished. It is finished. It is the joy of completion. We want to understand, well, I don't know what is inside, but I would assume that is to understand what it feels, or the joy to complete or to get to the finishing line. You know, it is the joy of completion. And of course, I personally can't wait, and I'm sure you can't wait. But this last thing I would say before I, you know, take the creed is to say that if you're getting all of this at no cost, the least we can do to give back is to actually don't come alone. And I remember saying it the last time that if you can learn all of these things, how much more your team members coming to this meeting? I mean, you don't have to go back again explaining what professionalism is. You don't have to go back again explaining that document you want them to prepare for an investor. You know, so it is to say that come one and come all. Invite as many as you can. Make it a promise that I want to come with at least 2 people for the next assembly and even subsequently. Having said that, thank you so much, everyone, for joining today's assembly. I would like to take one of the best parts of the assembly, and it is the creed. For those of us that are just joining, it is simple. We hold our hands like a fist, you know, to symbolize unity and oneness in Africa. And I would give a call and you give a response. So the call is, if you can achieve this much alone, then you would respond with how much more can we achieve together. So I'd ask some few people to unmute their mic. Okay, so we can do this together. So Africa's young entrepreneurs, you can achieve this much alone.
How much more can we achieve together?
Thank you so much. DJ Kids, light it up.
You're rocking with the best. This is Africa's Young Entrepreneurs, where African entrepreneurs at home and in the diaspora come together to connect, collaborate, and build strategic partnerships. Join us now.
So I call your name when I ask me who is your guy. That guy is my guy. Jeffrey's not my guy, not my guy. MK and Jumke for life. Vina Super V, she's my boo. Yeah, Chiefy Cuckoo.
I got plenty for my mind, but right now I'm with my guy. I don't fear them got my back. So you don't see my formation. I call out big combination. Steady inspiration. I'm 100 concentration. When my guys them wall over, bad energy far away. I thank God for my real G's. Good friends will be money. Who you know?
Party. Every day na jolly, oh. Oh, you move your body. No time for story, oh. Where my woman? We supposed to the party, oh. No time to check time. Everybody shake it, baby. Shake it. Oh, your mama, eh. Oh, your sister, eh. Oh, my baby, oh. Time to party, oh. Oh, your mama, eh. Oh, your sister, eh. Oh, my baby, oh. Time to party, oh.
Kitty, I like it when you do sharp. Back kitty, I like it na niko sharp. My yo yo, changu changama. My yo yo, usije kudanganya. The way you wanna roll it, na take on my heart, and I can't control it, na take on mwenza. Hasade, ate. I say you don't need that. Ate.
Oh, your mama. supposed to throw it. I don't know God they here. You supposed to throw it. Who's your daddy? Too much money, oh. Follow your leader, one thing. Everybody shake it. Oh, yeah, mama, oh, yeah, sister, oh, my baby, oh, time to party, oh, oh, yeah, mama, oh, yeah, sister, oh, my baby, oh, time to party, oh, yeah, mama, oh, yeah, sister, oh, my baby, oh, time to party, oh, yeah, mama, oh, yeah, sister, oh, my baby, oh, time to party, oh, for this my party, man, ya plenty, oh, I said for this my party, you go chop plenty, oh, where my woman, we supposed to the party, oh, no time to check time, everybody shake the level, oh, yeah, mama, oh, my sister, oh, my baby, oh, time to party, oh, yeah, mama, oh, my sister, oh, my baby, oh, time to party, oh, yeah, mama, oh, my sister, oh, my baby, oh, time to party, oh, yeah, mama, oh, my sister, oh, my baby, oh, time to party, oh.
You're rocking with the best. This is Africa's Young Entrepreneurs, where African entrepreneurs at home and in the diaspora come together to connect, collaborate, and build strategic partnerships. Join us now.